Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie. This is Joe, my husband, and we're making one of his favorite desserts. I like it, but I'm allergic to it. I break out in fat. We're making a carrot cake, and if you have this cookbook, Better Homes cookbook, the recipe is in there on page 79. I have that memorized because we've made it so many times. But we're not following exact to the recipe. You like to change things up as much as I do. So we're gonna add a few things, take away a few things, and just get your pen and paper ready to write it down so you can catch it all. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do, I'll let you take the lead. I'm gonna get you a wooden spoon though to stir things up.
Okay. We're gonna put two cups of all-purpose flour.
You'll notice I used a mason jar for my measuring. You can use these for measuring cups because, you know, they have the little measures on the side. They're perfect measuring cups. Just a little tip. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, go with the
We
sugar.
have two cups of sugar is what the recipe calls for, and like I said, we're going to tweak it a little bit. I'm doing 1.5 cups, and there's a reason for that. I'll let you add that. And we're also going to do 1 teaspoon of powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So we're going to put those all in there. And we're also going to add some other stuff. Let's see. We'll do the eggs first. Let's get the eggs in there first. And these are farm fresh eggs. We have lots of eggs right now. The girls are really doing their job, so that's a good thing. It's just going to mix the eggs in a little bit, and then we're going to add 1/2 cup of oil. This is just canola oil. All right. Now the recipe calls for 1 cup of canola oil, but I'm doing half because I'm also going to do 1/2 cup of pineapple juice. And the pineapple juice is also the reason why I cut the sugar, because I did 1/2 cup of pineapple juice, so I did 1/2 cup less of the sugar. He's wondering if this is going to come out, and I have assured him it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right. On top of all of this, we're also going to add some coconut, and this is sweetened. I like unsweetened, he likes sweetened, and this is his cake, so we're gonna go fully with sweetened.
Crushed pineapple. And this is something extra that we've added in also.
We're always adding stuff, so I mean, pineapple's good, right? This is kind of like, have you ever heard of the cake? It's called a butterfly cake. This is kind of like that. All right, the recipe also called for shredded carrots. It asked for 3 cups of shredded carrots. I cut it down to 2.5 cups because I added the coconut in there. And I know coconut, carrots, I was just thinking like amounts, I guess, is how I was figuring it. You can totally add 3 cups of carrots if you want to. And these carrots are some carrots from our garden that we shredded. We kept our carrots for 6 months. They're still actually down in our storage refrigerator. We pulled them in October and they're still really good. Nothing at all wrong with them. So they even snap when you break them in half. Okay. So after all of this is in here, we're gonna get it into, oh, he's coming out of the pantry with more. He's gonna add some golden raisins.
We're gonna need some walnuts also.
Oh, walnuts. Why not, right?
Get this thing open.
Let's see. All right, these are not chopped up, so I'm just gonna kind of break them up. As far as the amount, we used what we had left of the raisins. There's probably 1/4 cup. You can use more. I don't measure anything. I just throw it in until it looks good and call it good. All right, as far as the walnuts, probably 1/4 to 1/2 a cup, I think. You wanna crack some with me? Some of these have been, some of them they're pieces, but some of them are a little bit big. So I just want to kind of break them up a little bit. I like to know there is nuts in something if I'm going to put them in there, so I don't want to break them up too much. All right. How's that? Is that good enough? All right. So we'll put these back in the freezer.
We'll mix the walnuts and the carrots in real well. I believe we're about...
I think we've added everything in here that we're gonna add. All right, time to get it into the pan. Now, we're putting it in a bun pan, so I'm gonna rotate the pan while he pours. Teamwork, right? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. It's too bad I'm allergic. All right, now this is where a good spatula comes in handy. Let's see, I'll set this in the sink.
Thank you.
Whoops. Here we go. You ever watch those cooking shows and wonder why they never get every little thing out of the bowls? I like to know that everything is going into this. Nothing's wasted. Even the floor gets a little bit of it.
We'll take care of that.
All right, now that it is in the bun pan, he's just gonna kind of stamp it down on the counter a little bit to make sure all the air bubbles are out of it. And we're gonna get it into a 350-degree oven. The oven is all preheated. That is gonna stay in the oven for until the toothpick or cake tester comes out clean, which is, I'm gonna guess at least 35 minutes. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the time and let you know how long it's gonna be. Every oven is different, so it's gonna be different for everyone. The pineapple that we added, see the jars, just the juice here. These are some that we bought on sale. We bought the fresh pineapple and we chopped them up and canned them ourselves. We paid $1 each for the fresh pineapple, and we got, I think, 3 jars for every 1 pineapple. So these are pint-sized jars. So that was pretty good, and we're still feeding off of them. We still have quite a few jars down there. We bought 2 cases of pineapple. I'm not sure how much we're in each case, but they are delicious and they come in handy for things like this. While that's cooking in the oven, we are going to make a cream cheese frosting for the cake. Because, well, who doesn't love cream cheese frosting? Okay, so it's a little bit later than what it was originally because we got busy doing a few other things. We had the cake in the oven and we were the oven door handle thing fell off when I was pulling the door open to check the cake. So we just kind of had a minor little thing that we had to fix that door. Took the 2 of us. So we're back to the frosting. The cake is done. It's sitting here cooling off, and We have half a cup of softened butter. This is real butter and it is salted. We also have 6 ounces of cream cheese. This is just regular cream cheese. So Joe's going to just mix that together with the mixer, and I'm gonna be the Vanna White, and I'm just gonna do this part of it.
Deal.
Are we
It would
unplugged?
help if,
Oh, you know what? I bet we are unplugged. Try it. Okay, I'm gonna have him stop this for a second because I wanted to tell you that was 2 teaspoons of vanilla. He got me out a teaspoon, but I don't use it. I usually use the cap because the cap is 1 teaspoon, so I just use 2 of those. The butter and the cream cheese is all creamed together. I added the vanilla, and now I'm just pouring in the confectioner sugar. Usually with these measurements, again, the recipe is in this book on page 88, but I'm not much of a measurer, so I'm just kind of dumping it in until it looks good and it tastes good, and we're gonna call it good.
I hope it's not too thick.
I know.
Water a little bit everywhere.
We are not the Martha Stewart kind of people. If it's messy, it's great.
I think that's going to be good. Make it a good mess.
Our oldest granddaughter, well, she's not our oldest, she's our second oldest granddaughter, always says, a messy kitchen means you're a good cook. So I'm just gonna go with that today. So you can see, that's what we have for frosting. I'm gonna let him do the taste testing and see if it's good. Do you notice how good he is about cleaning up?
I got a beaker here.
I have a keeper because this is what he does. He goes behind himself all the time, does the dishes. Yeah. Okay.
It's good.
It is good. Okay, he says it's good. He's gonna rinse those off and get those washed, I'm sure. And we just took this out of the oven, so it's still pretty hot, not cool enough to invert. And once we do invert it, it's gonna have to cool for a bit. So we'll just give it a little bit of time, and like magic, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. We're back a few times. We're batch shooting videos, so we've been going back and forth in between. So we are going to get this cake frosted. Now, we let the cake cool for quite a bit. It cooled for about 15 minutes, just enough to get it so that we could get it out of the pan. And then once it was out of the pan, we let it cool for, well, we ate supper, so it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while because the cake is cooled off quite a bit. We ate some supper and we called the grandbabies, some of the grandbabies. We haven't seen or talked to in a while, so we had to call them up, see how they're doing, and they're all excited because this coming weekend is Easter weekend. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but we're making carrot cake for Easter weekend. So this probably won't be out until after Easter, but we called the grandbabies just to kind of get them even more excited about the bunny. One of them isn't so excited about the bunny. He's scared of the Easter bunny. He's 2. Not a fan. Okay, So total time, cook time on this cake, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking usually if it's like a round cake, you know, 2 round ones, I usually cook them about 30-35 minutes. But with this bundt cake, it's in there a little bit longer. I think it was about 53 minutes total cook time. I'm just using a spoon to slather this on. Nothing perfect, but it will be delicious. Now for the best part. We're gonna do a little taste testing. I just wanna look at this. You can see the walnuts and the carrots and the pineapple. You can see some coconut in there.
Raisins.
Raisins, there's a raisin right there. There's all kinds of stuff in here that, oh my gosh, the goodness is amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us in this video today, and I hope you make this cake. Let me know in the comments below if you do. I know you're just gonna love it. And let me know if you add a few little things in here and make it your own. And until next time.